This is me. I mean, it ain't actually me, but this is me for the week. Now, in order to understand exactly why I'm acting this way or who I am as a person, I'm gonna be explaining exactly why I'm acting the way I'm acting and how I got to this point.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy JustKryptic back with another video, and today, man, what I got for you guys is something different. Now, y'all might be wondering, how exactly can you fake being a rapper for a week? Like, how does that even make sense? So, if y'all aren't aware, I actually do music on the side of YouTube as well, and I have been building my portfolio of music for a while now, for the past couple years. Now, if you guys know anything about my music, most of my music is on the emo rap side of music. It's not necessarily hard rap. It's not necessarily where I'm talking about getting money, where I'm talking about shooting anything, where I'm talking about doing things like that. All of my music is typically on the emo rap side of things, where it's talking about how I feel about certain things or just real stuff like that.
Steady trying to maintain. Depression has got me feeling like I can't think. You saying you know me, you don't know a damn thing.
I have never ever made a song that talks about shooting anything or anything along those lines, but I figured it'd be really fun to do this for an experiment. So in order for this experiment to actually work, I have to put myself really into this character, into this role, and play this role as if this is actually what I'm doing. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. If you guys like this type of banger content, let me know down in the comment section below. This was a very thought out video, but subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, and let's get into it, baby. So if you're gonna be a rapper in any type of way, you have to have some sort of music, right? So obviously step one is gonna be to make a song. So since I'm trying to put off the image as if I'm one of these SoundCloud rappers, and you know what I'm saying, I be toting them poles, doing all this stuff, it has to be something that is more that area related, not something like Juice WRLD, not something like any other emo rap artist. It has to be something like DaBaby, NLE Chopper. If I'm coming off for this hard look, it's got to be something along those lines. So the first thing I do is look up a beat. Now, since it has to be something along these lines, I look up NLE Chopper beats, DaBaby type beats, anything in this sort of field, so I can find the type of beat I'm looking for. Now, after going through maybe 10 to 50 different beats, I finally come across one that I'm like, okay, I feel like this will work really well. So after I found a beat, the next thing I gotta do is I actually have to make a song out of the beat. I can't just drop a beat and it be cool and it just go viral, right? You actually have to put lyrics onto the beat. If you guys have heard any of like the mainstream hard artists like NLE Chopper and DaBaby, like I'd say NLE Chopper, for the most part, it sounds like most of his lyrics are freestyle. And even for me, whenever I make my music, most of the time I'll just freestyle it until I get something that I like. So after I found the beat, I like the beat. Next thing is to just freestyle until I find something I really mess with, something I feel like is gonna make people like, oh snap, yo, this is hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, turn me up, turn me up. So after a solid 30 minutes to an hour of just sitting there freestyling, putting some stuff together, coming up with some lyrics, finally got some lyrics down, go ahead and record it. So after the song has been recorded, this is where the fun part comes in. As an artist, if you record a song and just leave it like that, it's not gonna come off professional quality. I'm trying to sell this image to everyone. I don't want anyone to believe that this is fake or this isn't me or anything like that. I want them to 100% believe I'm serious with this entire process. So that means I gotta go the extra step and actually mix and master my song. Now, for those of you guys who don't know exactly what mix and mastering is, it's basically just making the beat, the levels on everything, making sure your voice is above or below the beat, however you want it, just mixing it in so it's not just a flat sound. If you took straight vocals and the straight beat and you just put that out there, it's not gonna sound like professional quality. It's gonna sound like someone who just tries to make music but isn't necessarily, like, they don't know what they're doing. Now, since I've made music before, I know these type of things. So I found a beat, I freestyle a song, mix and master the song. Song is done. Here's the fun part. So I go back through the song and I gotta come up with a name. Honestly, I'm thinking about it. I feel like the only name that's really gonna work with this song right here is gotta be FYB. Just considering the lyrics off rip, it has to be FYB. So step one is done. I officially have the song ready to go. Mix and mastered, name is done, everything like that. The song is ready to be pushed out there, right? Not yet, nope. We still got some more to do. If you're going to be dropping a song and trying to put out a certain image, you have to have an image to put out. Now, most people, when they look at me, they don't see like a hard shooter type person that's going to just come smoke you type thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty much just a curly headed pretty boy, right? Most girls look at me and they're like, oh, he's cute. You know what I'm saying? Most guys look at me and be like, oh, he's a pretty boy. So obviously I'm not gonna have that type of effect of pop, pop, pop. So in order for me to kind of look this part that I'm trying to portray to everyone, I have to find the things that fit the image. That brings us into step 2, looking the part. So in order to look this part, you know what I'm saying, I do have to look like I'm really serious, you know what I'm saying? It can't be like, oh, he looks like he's joking around. It has to be 100% serious. So that means I have to invest into what I'm doing. Now, most of these mainstream artists that talk about shooting, violence, and all this type of stuff, typically they're wearing designer or something of the sorts, you know what I'm saying? Not a lot of emo rappers or people who talk about feelings and stuff like that. They're not really wearing things to show off because they don't really care about showing off like that. It's typically just the people who are on this hard rap side who want to portray a certain image to people that go and spend the extra money to portray that image. Now, like I said, I want to keep this believable as possible, so I have to invest in myself. I have to invest into this experiment. So I head down to the mall. It's time to go find something. I need to find something that really just pops out, something that makes me look different, something that not everyone is going to be wearing. So I get down to the store. I see this vest. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I've never bought like a vest, like an actual vest, like rapper vest, and I've always thought they were cool. It's just, it doesn't really portray the image that I put out of myself. In other words, it doesn't really fit me as a person. I've just never bought one of those things, even though I think they're really dope, just never done it. I see it hanging up on the wall. I'm like, yo, this looks dope. This would fit the image perfectly. I'm like, yo, I gotta cop this. It looks dope. Let's get it. So I walk out the store with the vest, man. I got the vest, I got the pants, and I ain't even gonna lie, it was a pretty solid amount for just a couple pieces of clothing. I think I ran up a check between $600 to $800 just for 2 pieces of clothing. Like I said, I have to invest into this image. So now that I've got kind of the pieces that I want to portray this image, I have to actually take a photo shoot for both social media and for the cover. So that means finding someone to actually take pictures of me, setting it up on a tripod, going out, finding places where I feel like would fit the image I'm looking for. So once both pictures are taken, I have a whole song ready to drop. I have pictures for social media to hype it up, and I have pictures for the cover. For those of you who don't know what the cover is, basically that's the image you see whenever you go to load a song up. That's the image that's there. So now that I have all these things, I'm pretty much ready to get into the pre-promotion stage, which brings us to the next step, pre-promotion. Now, since I have experience actually dropping songs, and since I'm an independent artist, I know this whole process like the back of my hand. It's not something that's new to me. I've done it before with multiple songs. I've done all this type of stuff. So in order to get people really excited for something that you're going to be putting out there, you have to hype it up some type of way. You can't just drop something without anybody ever hearing something like it and expect it to do well. That's just not how it works. It does not matter if you have a following. It does not matter if you don't have a following. If you drop something out of the ordinary that is not something that you have previously ever dropped, nobody's gonna give it attention because it's not something they're used to. You have to hype it up. So how could I possibly hype up this type of image that I'm trying to portray? Well, I have pictures ready. I have an Instagram page with almost 200,000 followers. So I figured what better way to hype it up than to archive all of my posts on Instagram, every single one except for the post that I'm dropping. So basically, I take all of my posts on Instagram and just wipe them from my Instagram. My Instagram basically looks like a blank page with 200,000 followers. Now this is where the fun part comes. Now it's time to drop a picture on the Instagram. Drop the picture. People are seeing it, they're giving their reactions, right? Now I take it a step even further. A lot of these SoundCloud rappers or these hard rappers do things where they incentivize their fans to comment and to be more active on their posts. Me personally, I've never been that type of person. I'll throw something out there. If you rock with me, you rock with me. If you don't, you don't. You know what I'm saying? It's not something where I'm gonna incentivize you with some sort of money or something, or a bribe basically. But a lot of these rappers nowadays, they will bribe their audience and say, okay, I'll give you $10, I'll give you $100 if you go and spam this page or you spam this picture with comments, basically to make it look like you have much more of an active following than you actually do. So I tried it. Went on my story, I said, hey, whoop-de-whoop, whoever can comment FYB 10 times in a row without getting interrupted by the next person, I will send you $10 on Cash App. Within the first 10 minutes of putting that post up, I'm already seeing hundreds of comments start flooding through my Instagram. Just people really ready to get $10. I ain't even gonna lie, if I was a fan of somebody like that, man, I'll probably comment too. I ain't even gonna hold you. Now the image that I'm portraying is starting to seem real. It's starting to seem different. People are like, oh, this dude dude's serious. He's wearing this vest on. I've never seen Cryptic like this. I've never seen him do anything like this. What's going on? So now that the post is up there, now that I have all these comments on it, I believe I have like almost 3,000 comments on a post with nothing else on my page. It's time to make a teaser. Now that I've made the song, I've dropped pictures, I have an active following for this drop that I'm about to have. Now it's time to make a teaser and see how people really react to the song that I'm about to put out. Keep in mind, up until this point, nobody has heard the song. I haven't told anyone about it. I haven't done anything. All I've said is that there's new music on the way. Now the crazy thing to me is people are commenting FYB, a very explicit amount of words, and they have no clue what it means. There's a lot of psychology involved with this type of stuff. People want to be a part of something bigger than themselves. If everyone sees people commenting something or everyone sees somebody doing something else, what do you think they're naturally going to do? They're going to follow what everyone else is doing because they don't want to be that person who's just going the other way. But to me, it's just funny because these are such explicit things that these people are commenting in my comment section, and I know some of my fan base is actually younger, so to me it's like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really having 12, 13-year-old kids comment explicit lyrics. That's not the type of image that I have ever portrayed for my audience, you know what I'm saying? It's not the type of person I am, but it's part of the experiment, so I gotta do it. So now that I made this post and I have everyone excited, everyone like, yo, what is FYB? What's he doing? Now it's time to really get this mug popping. Now it's time to get it rolling, right? So in order for you to get a really genuine reaction from people, you have to do something that stands out, right? If you do stuff that you already do all the time, nobody's gonna think anything of it because it's normal. It's your nature. It's how people view you anyways. So I was like, yo, okay, I'm portraying this image. I'm trying to be hard. I have this vest on, this $500 vest. I got this vest on, man. How can I really make people like, yo, what is Cryptic doing? You know what I'm saying? What is this guy doing? And then it hit me. I'm like, yo, why don't I just go get a gun? Like, why don't I go get a strap? Now, to see somebody who does like emo rap and talk about their feelings to wearing this vest, being all beefed up, because I have been in the gym lately, you know what I'm saying? I actually have been in the gym, so it does help with this image. And for the person to get a strap, like, yo, who is this? This is not the person that I follow. Basically, that's how people are starting to view me as we're getting into this. I'm reading the comments, they're like, yo, Cryptic, you're changing. What's going on? Yo, Cryptic, this isn't you. Yo, Cryptic, what's going on, man? Are you okay? Now it's time to really shock them. So basically, I head to Walmart, I go get a little BB gun that I find that looks the most realistic out of all the BB guns they have. It's got a blowback on it, you can pull it, everything like that. Find the most realistic looking gun I can find. Once I find it and come back to the crib, now it's time to make a teaser. Now, for those of you who don't know what a teaser is, it's basically like when you see people doing those trillers or dancing to their own music on Instagram. It's basically a fun way to let your fans know, hey, this is the song, this is what's coming, are y'all ready for this? It's basically just a teaser letting y'all know, like, hey, this is what I'm about to drop for you. So now it's time to make the teaser. So I set up the teaser, actually like my first time ever using Triller. I've never used it. I didn't know how to use the app at all. It's just a completely whole new process for me using this because I've never done it. But anyways, I make the teaser, I get it done. I showed the gun off in the teaser. Like, I mean, everything is just perfect at this moment. If you were someone who's never seen me or never seen my image, you probably would believe I'm a pretty boy with a tool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't look right? So I've hyped up the song now. I've made a teaser and I have a gun to get people to talk about it. Now, the last part before I actually drop this teaser on my Instagram is I need to make story promotions. I need a way to promote this song, to make it look real, to make it look like I'm 100% serious and 100% professional. So now it's time to make a story promotion. So I get on Photoshop, I get on my little editing software, I'm actually cooking some stuff up, making this little promotion that looks very legit, it looks very professional. Like I said, I've done all this stuff before, so it's like second nature to me. It's just things that I've already done, things that I've already learned, so it's not this whole new process to me. 15-20 minutes later, boom, story promotion. I got everything set up, everything is ready now. The last part of this pre-promotion process is to just drop the teaser and get people's reaction. Now, the funny thing about this is I actually just got this post taken down yesterday, so I can't really show much of the reactions just because I couldn't go back and actually screenshot on a post that's not on my Instagram at all anymore. If you guys are following my Instagram, you would have seen me messing around with a little gun. I think the reason that the post actually got deleted off of Instagram is because I put it to my head in the video because I knew this would get shared with people. I knew people would be like, yo, what is this dude doing? He's got a gun next to his head, like, you know what I'm saying? This dude might need help. I was not expecting Instagram to actually take down one of my pictures or one of my videos. Thankfully, I'm still verified, you know what I'm saying? If I had lost the verification mark due to this experiment, whew, I would have been hot. But anyways, I dropped the teaser. Everything is going good, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of crazy reactions. And the funny thing to me is even people back where I used to live in my hometown that I went to high school with, middle school with, like everything, I was seeing comments from these people basically talking stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like they was like, yo, tell me you not like that. Yo, you know what I'm saying? You really ain't that type of shooter. You're not that type of person. Like, I find it so funny that you can be pressed by somebody over the internet. I have never, ever seen somebody and got pressed because of what they're doing over the internet. You know what I'm saying? But the fact to see all these reactions from both people I knew in my past and fans and everything like that, most of the reactions were like, yo, this is fire, or yo, Kryptic, like what is this? You know what I'm saying? This isn't you, you're changing, what's going on? Those are the two reactions I got. There was really no in between. There wasn't an it was either, yo, this is the Kryptic I'm messing with, or yo, what's going on, Kryptic? I don't really like what you doing now, like what's up? Either way, people are believing it now. There is no doubt in anyone's mind that this isn't real. You know what I'm saying? People are really viewing that this is me. Now, since I don't have much footage of actual reactions from the teaser, just because the post got taken down, I do have a reaction from one of my good homies whenever he first heard the song. I'm gonna roll the clip and actually give you guys his live reaction, and this is one of the people who are one of my good friends, so it's funny to see how he reacts to a different type of music from me. And I did send this song to a couple close friends too. Didn't want to send it to my family because I feel like my family would be mad disappointed in me, but these are the type of reactions I got. The crazy thing is almost every person I showed this song to, every single person was like, yo, this is hard, this hits, you know what I'm saying? Like, and to me, it's not the type of music I put out, so to be getting that type of feedback for something that isn't real is a crazy feeling. So here's my homie's reaction, his first initial reaction. I asked him to record it for me. Y'all let me know what you guys think it is.
About to hear the song for the first time.
Yeah.
Turn the bass up.
Aye.
Ooh, I'm already fucking with the beat.
Turn me up, yeah. Fuck you, bitch. I don't give a fuck how you feel. Niggas talk on my name, get you hold like a drill. Two bad bitches and they shoot till they click.
Oh.
Two beats, two sticks, like on my dick. Fuck you, bitch. I don't give a fuck how you feel. Niggas talk on my name.
This shit's dope.
Talk shit, you get popped like Southgate Nova.
Boom.
Shoot your shit off that pill, bitch. I'm sober. Horny for smoke, bitch. My
Ooh, horny for smoke, bitch.
Alright, so now that I've gotten reactions, now that I have everything set up, I have the song ready, I have the part ready, I looked the part, I have the pre-promotion ready. That leads us into our next step. Now it's time to actually drop the song. So that means actually getting it ready for Apple, Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, etc. All this type of stuff. I've made the cover on Photoshop. I've actually taken a photo shoot, added some lettering under my eyes to give me this SoundCloud look, and I'm ready. Everything is ready to actually push out at this point. I have the song unlisted on my YouTube channel. I have it unlisted on my SoundCloud. I have everything set up on Apple, Spotify, etc. ready to fully drop this song out to the public. So basically, in order for people to know that it's coming out on a certain day, what I do is I let them know on this certain day, on November 5th, of 2019 is when I will be dropping this song. That way everyone has a mental note in their head that, okay, he's dropping this song right now. So November 5th hits, it's time to drop the song. I drop it on YouTube, I drop it on SoundCloud, I drop it on Apple Music, Spotify, etc. Every streaming platform you can find out there, FYB is on now. Now that I've actually dropped the song, now I can get people's reactions, now I can see analytics, see how well the song is doing, and etc. Y'all hear that? That's thunder. It's actually raining outside. But just because I dropped the song doesn't necessarily mean I'm done. Now I actually have to promote the song. That means story promotions. That means letting people know it's available. All these type of things are the things labels do for artists, but if you're an independent artist, you have to do all of this for yourself. You have to promote your song. You have to put it out there in people's faces. You have to shove it in people's faces. They need to know that, yo, this is out, and I'm gonna keep putting it in your face until you check it out. So I dropped the song, I promote the song, I'm heavily promoting, I'm reposting everyone's story post, I'm doing all of it, everything. Now it's time for the results. So in order to see how well this experiment actually worked, I wanted to know how my following increased or decreased based on a change in direction completely with my image. That means looking at how people are reacting to the song. That means following my analytics on Instagram, on YouTube, etc. And that means pulling up the song analytics compared to my other songs. Now after doing some research on these three things, most of the reactions for this were actually very good. good. A lot of people mess with this, which to me is kind of crazy to think because this is nothing like I've ever done in the past. I'm not a vulgar person. I don't ever curse in my music typically, and if I do, it's a very small amount. For this song to be pretty much 90% of cursing and talking about very explicit things, to get this kind of feedback to me was crazy. So honestly, the reactions from most people were positive. Like, I feel like my fan base is a very supportive fan base. I have a cult fan base, which basically means that y'all is gonna rock with me no matter what. So overall, the reactions were good. But just because the reactions were good doesn't necessarily mean it helps or hurts my image. So now that takes us into the next part, actually checking my analytics. Now, since YouTube updated their policies, YouTube doesn't show you your exact analytics per day anymore. It literally shows you like every 1,000 now or every 10,000 if you're over 1 million subscribers. So I had to check my Instagram following to actually see, did I increase in following or did I lose following due to this experiment that I tried doing? Now, as you guys can see, and I'm literally looking at this on my phone, so in total in this week, I have had 1,662 new people follow my Instagram. Off of an educated guess, I'm going to assume this 1,000 people that followed me on Instagram are an older audience. These aren't 9-year-olds, 8-year-olds. Nothing wrong with being that age. I'm just saying, I feel like most of these people who are following based off of this music that they heard are people between the ages of 16 and 25, just somewhere in that age range. Now, in the same week, I actually lost 2,038 followers. 2,038 people decided to unfollow me completely due to this image change. Now, it kind of does suck because it was an experiment and these people view me as a certain way because of the experiment I did. But if they follow my YouTube channel, they'll see that this was all fake. They'll see this was an experiment and hopefully come back. But to me, I feel like those 2,000 people who unfollowed are people who don't really rock with me as a person, which I'm gonna be honest, if I support somebody, I support somebody through anything. You know what I'm saying? If I support that person, I really rock with them. It don't matter what they're doing. I might be like, dang bro, what you doing? But I'm gonna support you no matter what because I mess with you as a person. But it's just crazy to see the amount of following I gained and lost throughout this week of doing an experiment. You guys let me know what you guys think about this down in the comment section below. I think it was a pretty fun experiment to kind of conduct. It did take a lot of work to actually do this entire thing. So drop a like on this video, man. Let's go for 10,000 likes on this video. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And if you guys want me to fake something else next, you guys want me to do some crazy experiment, let me know down in the comment section what experiment I should do next. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, obviously subscribe. Also, head down to my Instagram, follow me. We're so close to 200,000 followers. It would be really dope to have 200,000 people support me as a person. So head over to my Instagram, follow me on Instagram. And yeah, man, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. I will catch you guys on my next one very soon. It's been your boy JustKryptic here. Peace out. Gang.